Hey guys, my name is Rowan and today's video is going to be how to tell if your water broke. So starting off, a little disclaimer, I am not a doctor. These are just my experiences and what happened to me. Everybody is a little bit different. So if you have any questions, go ahead and contact your OBGYN or your doctor. Alright, so if you were anything like me, you were spending hours, maybe even days, searching the internet and YouTube, trying to see what it's like when your water breaks, what it feels like, what happens, all this stuff. And if you were also like me, you didn't find anything. I searched Google, I searched YouTube, I searched all over trying to find somebody who was sharing their story about what it felt like to have their water break. Now with my 5-year-old, my water didn't break. For some reason I always think, oh, my water's going to break this time. Well, for this pregnancy, for my 3-month-old, it did. And if you were anything like me, somewhere in your 30-some weeks, you were ready to get that baby out. I was so done with being pregnant. So done being pregnant. And I just wanted him out. So I was searching things like how to get the baby out. Things like that. And I think every single mother does it. When they reach a certain point in their pregnancy, they're just done. The baby's big, the baby's heavy, you're peeing yourself all the time, and you're just over it. Like I said, I was searching all over. I couldn't find any relatable stories, or any stories at all for that matter, saying what happened or what they felt when their water broke. So I'm here to tell you what it was like. It was Friday, June 15th, this year. I had spent a few weeks searching and searching for ways to induce labor and all this stuff. I was full of anxiety. I was ready to get him out. And on that day was my 39-week appointment. I was 1 centimeter dilated. My appointment was in the morning. For some reason, it was kind of an eerily normal day. I didn't have high anxiety. I wasn't searching how to get the baby out. I felt great. I had so much energy, and that should have been a sign, but it wasn't. My daughter and I went to my mom's house. She lives about an hour away from my house. We had a normal day. My daughter went swimming, and it was a fun day. Now around 8 o'clock, we had had dinner. I was getting ready, we were getting ready to go. And then 8:15, 8:30 hits, and I feel this release of water. And I thought I had peed myself because that was a normal occurrence at this point. I was 39 weeks pregnant. So I went to the bathroom, and I tried to use the bathroom, and nothing happened. So I stood back up, and I went back over to sit on the couch. About 5 minutes went by, and I stood back up to go out on the back porch, and another flood. So I went back to the bathroom. I did this like 3 times. I don't know. I went back to the bathroom. Nothing happened. So then I got a panty liner from my mom, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. I may be peeing myself. I don't know. I put on the panty liner, and then I sat back down. About 2 minutes later, I stood back up, and it happened again. And I went to the bathroom. The panty liner was soaked. My underwear was soaked. And my shorts were getting there. So, and it was clear. It didn't smell like anything. So I told my mom, I think my water broke. I didn't feel a pop. Some people feel this like pop, and then that didn't happen for me. It just kind of, it was like I was peeing myself, but I wasn't. Then about 10 minutes later, the contractions started. So no one really tells you what contractions feel like, mainly because they feel different for everybody. With my daughter, it was just this hardening of my stomach. And then after a few hours, it got to where it started to hurt. And then I went to the hospital and they started me on Pitocin and I had an epidural. So when your water breaks, most of the time contractions start pretty soon after. And about 10 minutes after I thought that my water had broken, I started having contractions. And for me, this time around, the contractions were like this burning sensation. Some people say it's like having menstrual cramps, and it was kind of like that. But at 39 weeks pregnant, you've gone 39 weeks without a menstrual cycle. You kind of forget how they feel. So then I told my mom, my water broke, I'm having contractions. I need to go. So my mom decided to watch my daughter, obviously. I was going to the hospital. And then my dad drove me to pick up my son's father from work because I had the car. And then we went to the hospital. That was an hour. So I got to the hospital at like 9:45, and by that point, they were painful. I mean, really painful, and they were coming every 2 minutes. So I was like, I need to get up here. By the time that I was dropped off at the front and I made it up to labor and delivery, which was 3 floors in an elevator, they had gone from painful to, I need to sit down right now because I can't breathe through these. I signed myself in. I got to the back. That took like 2 minutes because they saw I was in pain. And then they checked me and I was 5 centimeters dilated. So from that morning to my water breaking, to the contractions starting, to me being at the hospital, I had gone from 1 centimeter to 5. They checked me, they checked the baby, make sure he was fine. Then I got admitted and I got into my own room. And from there, I got the epidural, and that time frame was like 10 minutes. The anesthesiologist was great. He was there in like 2 minutes. I got my epidural, and it took about 30 minutes for the epidural to kick in, and then the nurse checked me again, and I was 10 centimeters dilated. But he wasn't low. I waited it out until my midwife got there. And once my midwife got there, it was go time. And he was born at 1:17 in the morning. So my water broke 8:30 p.m. on June 15th. And my son was born 1:17 a.m. on June 16th. So it was a 5-hour long labor. That's it. That's a little bit about my story, how it felt when my water broke, what the contractions felt like, because no one ever tells you that, and then how long it took from the time that my water broke to the time that he was born. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions about future videos, leave a comment below. And I'm going to put something up here in regards to my weight loss journey.